Welcome back everyone to KCD2, where we are finally on the path of silver via Argentum and are about to talk to Christian of Pisac. So let's go ahead and do that. First we gotta find him.
Blessings
You... Oh! Hi.
You're a Christian of Pisac?
I am? What do you need?
Kunzlin Ruthard sent me. About Via Argentum.
I see. But I'm afraid I don't have good news for Sir Kunzling. I haven't made much progress regarding the matter we discussed. I just don't have the time to investigate. I'm always needed somewhere, and there's always someone following me around.
Yeah, no sweat. That's why we're here. Have you learned anything yet? Is Vavak really stealing silver?
Have you found out anything at all?
Just rumors. And those are useless. What's your name?
Henry.
All right. Listen up, Henry. Nobody can know I'm looking into it. It's a very dangerous game. If Sir Kunzling trusts you, you could help me in my investigation.
That's actually why I'm here.
Excellent. Excellent. You don't happen to come from a family of miners or smelters, do you?
Well, we do come from a miner's town, though.
I'm from Skalitz, so I know a little bit about mining.
My word.
Yeah.
You didn't work in the mines, did you?
I visited the mine once, but not to dig.
So I expect you don't know much. Well, no matter. I'll be happy to tell you everything you need to know. Now,
Okay.
follow me, please. We need to talk somewhere in private.
All right. So he's going this way. And we shall investigate this wormwood. And... okay, behind the thing. Let's pick some sage. And slowly follow him. La 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 la. Oh my, what a nice place. Oh, hi, Christian.
Straight to the point. I like that. We know for a fact the silver must be getting lost somewhere on its way to the mint. That means it would be best to discreetly inspect all operations and find out where the problem is.
Okay.
First of all, you should ask miners from every shift how many corves they mine in a day. After that, we'll compare the numbers to the mine record books and see.
But the yields aren't the same every day, right?
True. That's why we have to focus on one particular day. For example, the other day, on the Feast of St. Petronilla, Foreman Fett was beaming and bragging to me about how much it helped. I mean, mined out.
Just asking Fat wouldn't do much, but
Couldn't I just ask Fett?
let's ask
Fett's
it
job is
anyways.
to count the corves and write the amount down in the mine book. He won't tell you any other number. We're interested in what the miners themselves have to say. They've no reason to hide anything. Nevertheless, the miners are a strange bunch. They might not be very forthcoming at first, and they have an odd way of speaking. Like calling each other Sonny, however old they are. Or... but you'll hear for yourself. You should pretend to be really interested in them, and maybe they'll open up to you. You could be a scholar writing a treatise on silver mining. Or perhaps a nobleman interested in buying a mine. Or just say I'm your distant uncle who's initiating you into the ins and outs of my job. It's up to you.
Be a rich nobleman, inquisitive scholar. Yeah, that might work.
I reckon I could pose as a curious scholar.
Suit
Yeah.
yourself. Just don't change your story so you don't arouse suspicion. But to the
Okay.
point, each day 3 shifts work in the shaft. Each has its foreman, or gaffer, as they say. The first shift is led by Frank, the second by Paul, and the third by Samko. You'll have to ask each one of them how many corves they mined. Samko's hewers should be off work now. You'll find the other 2 shifts in the mine. Take this, so the guards will let you in. It's a letter of safe conduct bearing my seal, allowing you free movement within the mine.
And what are you going to do?
I'll return to the estate to do my job. What else? I reckon they must be wondering where I am by now. Once you find out how many corves the 3 shifts mined on the Feast of St. Petronilla, return to me. We'll compare that number to the entry in the mine book. And don't forget, don't draw attention.
Okay. Oh, cool. Whoa. Okay. What? This is a huge Okay, conversation tree. Well, about the silver.
Who owns the silver that's mined here?
All the silver in the kingdom of Bohemia belongs to the king, whether it's above ground or still below it. Though I'm sure you understand, the king has a lot on his mind, and he can't be expected to worry about mining. So he leases out the mining rights to his tenants. It's called the Burgergal. There's a lot of money in it. The tenants have to pay the king, and the king also receives a share of the pure silver from the smelting works. That's the royal tithe.
What is this path of silver, anyway?
It's the whole process, from digging the silver ore out of the ground and processing it, to minting silver coins. Silver is found in ore veins underground. The pitmen mine it and get it to the surface. The chief foreman of a gallery counts the corves, and the assayer estimates the purchase price of the ore for the smelter. The raw ore goes to the smelter, where it's crushed in a stamp mill before it can be purified by roasting. Roasted ore goes to the furnaces, where it's smelted into raw and then pure silver. Silver is then cast into rods about as thick as your little finger.
So roasting actually purifies, eh? So remember that next time you get roasted.
Can any silver get lost?
It can. And unfortunately, it does happen. It may be a capital offence, but even that won't deter everyone. Most often, a pitman tries to smuggle pieces of ore under his clothes. It doesn't end well. Nevertheless, the entire path of the silver, from the ore beneath the ground to minted coins, is closely guarded. Every step is recorded in the books, so if someone is stealing large quantities, they must have it pretty damn well figured out.
Okay, yeah. Also, it can't be just one person.
Who checks the royal share?
The royal mint master and his subordinates are responsible for collecting the royal share. That also means me and the shaft foreman. That is why every step of the path of silver is monitored and recorded, starting with how much ore is mined. The smelting works owners don't have to be monitored as closely, since they buy the ore from us. It's in their best interest to get the highest possible yield after deducting the royal share.
Who makes money from all this?
The thing is, everyone does.
Yeah,
Pitmen get paid for mining in the shaft.
exactly.
Mine operators get paid for raw ore. The smelters then smelt everything, sell the pure silver, and deduct the raw tithe. The silver rubs off on the hands of anyone who even touches it. But there's still enough left over for the king.
Who owns the mines?
The king grants mining rights to his loyal subjects. And these leaseholders can rent out their privileges to other people. All sorts of people operate mines in Kuttenberg. Nobility, rich burghers, even the monastery. In fact, anyone...
Oh, bugger. In fact, anyone with enough money to pay for new shafts to be dug can share in the proceeds. Who's responsible?
Who's responsible for the mines?
The mines and the mint are supervised directly by the royal mint master, Ulrich Vervark von Neuhaus. As the steward, I'm his direct subordinate. I oversee that everything runs smoothly on his behalf. Then come the chief foreman, then the other foreman, and finally the ordinary pitmen in the shafts. But I don't come in contact with them very often. We follow the path of silver until the moment an ore merchant buys the ore from us and takes it to a smelter.
How much do the mines pay to the king?
That depends on whether it's a royal mine or a mine in the hands of a mining guild, meaning the leaseholders.
I thought all mines were owned by the king.
That's right.
Yeah,
But it's much more profitable for the king to grant mining rights to rich mine operators.
exactly.
They bear the cost of mining themselves and pay him a share. The king receives 1/3 of the profits from his own mines, but only 1/5 from the leaseholders. That's how he gets what's his from all the mining.
What about the other 2/3 of the profits from the king's mines?
Those go towards the costs, of course, for operations, wages, and shaft security.
Okay. About wow, we get the whole rub. We get the whole how silver is mined, how it's smelted, how it's minted. Wow. So yeah, buckle in.
Who's responsible for the smelting works?
They have their own owners. They buy ore from us and smelt it into pure silver. Then they deduct the royal tithe and they can sell the rest. And not just silver. Processing the ore yields a variety of other materials that can be sold just as well.
What happens in the smelting works?
Each smelting shop has a stamp mill, a roasting pit, and a smelting furnace. The stamp mill is used to crush the ore into smaller pieces to make it easier to process. After that, the crushed ore is roasted in a roasting pit to remove most of the impurities. Finally, everything is smelted in a furnace to separate the pure silver from the slag.
So it's processed similarly to steel for smithing?
Yes, but in steelmaking, you don't have to weigh and record every step thrice.
Yeah. Okay, so how about minting it then?
How are groschen made from the silver?
The royal share from the smelting works goes to the mint in the Italian court. There, the coiners hammer it out into silver sheets for cutting the coin blanks. Then, in the Italian court's preghouse, our minters cut out and punch new groschen.
How many mints are there?
How many mints are there in total?
Only the main one is left, the one in the Italian court. There used to be more of them throughout the kingdom, but King Wenceslas II united them all. It was he who contributed the most to the rise of the Prague groschen and the wealth of this region. And of course, his own wealth too.
Naturally. Okay.
By the way, I've had the honour of meeting your brother, Peter.
Well, well. Small world.
He was a great help to us at Sukdal.
Even though we had some disagreements, I respect him for everything he succeeded in doing. If it weren't for him, I'd never have been able to do what I do.
Okay, cool. So, let's have a look. Where to start? Enter the mine. Find out the amount mined by Frank's sonnies. Find out the amount mined by Paul's sonnies. So why does only Paul have the special quest marker with a ring around it? Find out the amount mined by Samko's sonnies. The word around Kuttenberg is Mint Master Vavak is getting much richer than his rather comfortable office would warrant. Apparently, he even steals royal silver, which is a capital offense. There is no evidence, though. If Ruthard had such evidence, it would solve his problems with Vavak once and for all, so he instructed me to get him the evidence. I have Christian's letter, which will allow me to enter the mines. I am to ask Frank, foreman of the first shift, how many corves his sonnies mined on the feast of Saint Petronilla. I should talk to the leader of the second shift, Paul. Okay, no, so it's basically the same objective for all of these three. So why does he have a special ring around him? Oh well. Let's start with Frank. G, Frank, man. Where are you? Oh, below? Wait, do we... Oh, by the way, let's pass off as a scholar with our glasses and everything. Do we need to go inside here and down below into the mine, or what's the dealio here? It says he's below, so I assume inside the mine. Okay, no entrance here. So, okay. So we have... This is Paul, right? Okay, well then, let's start with Paul, then move on to John, George and Ringo. This way. Yeah, below. Okay, below us. Okay, well then, let's get into those mines. Okay, ventilation shaft. Okay, is there just one entrance to the mines? Yeah, enter the mine. Okay. But what about I? Is I at least up here? Oh, Samko, yes. Hi.
Are you Foreman Samko?
Aye, I am. Who's asking?
My name is Henry. Steward Christian sent me to you. I'm a student from Prague, and I'm writing a treatise on miners and mine operations.
Why should I care? Didn't you see we're off graft?
Sir Christian told me to ask about anything that interests me, and that you'll tell me.
Ah, Sonny, I'm so tired. I haven't even got the strength for gabbing. I wouldn't mind having a game of dice, but minus rules. Then I'll tell you everything. What'd you say?
Yes. It's not talking. No. No. Let's play dice.
Right, let's do it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've played miners with a real miner before.
Kidder, there's a first time for everything. Let's crack on. Let the groschen roll.
Let the groschen roll. Alright, well then, C and Lou are back in the game, the Devil's Head as well, and our triplets of evens. So is that? No, minus is without a badge. Alright. Well, depends on how the dice fall. This is a bad throw. Well, let's risk it. Yeah, no. Oh, no, wait. Haha. Ha 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 ha. Ho ho. Let's play it safe though.
Gets lucky sometimes.
Yeah. That's not a bad one.
Something like this happened to me back in '98, but that was different.
Was it? Really? Let's try again. We're missing a 6. Bugger. Gotta risk it. And but oh no. Oh wow. Okay. Glad we risked it. Nice.
You might even win with that.
Yeah, we might. So what was that about 98, was it?
I knew it'd be good.
Nice.
I said as much.
Alright, we should have this in the bag. I think. Plus this. Nah, not yet. Not quite yet. The question is, do we... Nah.
See?
We're so
You can do
close,
it.
and
Keep it
he's
up.
so far off. He needs to get real lucky, like this.
Oh, aye. We didn't have such dice when I was young. We shaped them out of clay.
Oh
Clay.
man.
And they were round and didn't have any numbers on
Yeah.
them.
That's the game, buddy.
Great game, Sonny.
Now will you tell me what I want to know?
Aye, ask away.
Okay.
What is the work of a miner about?
Aye, that's a
About
good
picking
question.
flowers, Henry.
Mostly about alking. Any yakker will tell you that. But proper rest is even more important than graft. You're as weak as a midgie without it.
Goes for every job. Proper rest is required for every job. So, how do you
So how
rest?
do you rest?
Depends. Some have a kip. Some a swally. Some go whoring. As for me, I play dice.
How do you mine ore?
Either we're on hard rock, and then no one's hewing shit, or we're hewing something soft, and then it goes grand. Only then there's not much silver in the ore, and you've got to smelt the shit out of it.
How much do you make doing this?
Don't even get me started. The chink's bad, and it's getting worse. Half a grosh and a cough is no.
Yeah.
How many cores did you mine on, say, the Feast of St. Petronilla?
I can tell you exactly. All the yakkers were working, and we were getting along nicely. We managed to hulk 34 corves without skimping on
34.
game time. First time in ages, that was.
That's all I need to know.
If you need out else, feel free to drop by.
Okay, cool. Thanks a lot, man. Okay, so does the game by any chance remember that those 34? Samco that they extracted 34 corves of ore that day. Good. Good. Well then, let's get into that mine of theirs. And let's find the other guys. Meep. Coming through. Okay. Oh. You are Frank. Frankie boy! Now look here.
What you looking for, Sonny?
Oh,
Can't
he's
you
got
see
blue
we're
eyes.
Sir Christian of Pisek sent me. I'm a student at the university in Prague. Henry. I'm writing a treatise on silver mining.
Yeah, and on spice consumption, dude.
You're not ordinary yakkers, but you can't just amble around. You'll count your creels.
I'll just have a few questions.
The more we gab, the less we gar. But make it snappy, man. What do you
All
want
right.
to know, like?
That we make it the snappiest of snappy. So, what is the work of a mine
What is the
about?
work of a miner really about?
What's it about? Bugger all, kidder. No great shakes. We gans through the roads, Bella. Hewing off from rock in the dark and breathing in the stithe.
How exactly do you mine ore?
Bloody hell. Have you never seen a yakker graft, kid ya? You take a kevel and ding away at the rock till it crumbles. And if you keep ganning at it for a couple of years and don't croak from the stithe, then you'll keel over from exhaustion or get scrushed by the ceiling of the road you're hewing.
Yeah.
How do you get the ore outside?
Same way it's hewed, in the dark and in coves. On top of that, you spend a lot of the bloody time on all fours. Once you get out by with the cough, you get a tally, and you can get back in by.
How much do you get for your work?
I'll tell you, man. Them deputies up at bank make a howfing pile of chink. But us buggers, the ones doing all the graft, we earn a pittance.
Can you give me a more specific number?
Sometimes, not even half a grosh and a cough. That's near way to make a living, man.
So, and how about,
I wonder, how much do you mine in a day?
That depends on how much ore you howk out of this or that face.
Let's
It varies.
say
How much
St.
did you mine,
Petronillus.
say, on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
Listen, kid.
Nice one.
Aren't you a bit too curious? Why do you need to know that for? Them numbers won't be useful to nobody.
It's a treatise on silver for the university in Prague, you know? Very important stuff. Yeah, exactly. Treatise.
I really need to know it for my work. My treatise won't be complete without it. Est rerum omnium magister usus. Experience is the best teacher.
Nice one.
And you have that experience.
Aye, well, a clever head but a gawk-handed, eh? Alright, I'll tell you. It was a good gar on the Feast of St. Petronilla. Our yakkers
36.
corps.
Nice.
Thanks.
Okay.
Nah, thank ye. Now leave us to humor. We've got a lot of graft ahead of us.
All
Be
right.
with you, good sir.
Go easy on the spice and watch out for worms. Bum. This way. Let's go to H. can talk to you.
Where can I find your foreman, Paul?
What you doing here, kidder? Who let you in, bay?
I've got a letter of safe conduct from Christian of Pisek. I'm a student from Prague. I'm trying to get to know the miner's life from up close and write a thesis on it.
Right? A thesis? We'll be damned.
I just need to ask your foreman a few things.
Our gaffer's gone down there to pray. I don't know if he'd be up for talking, but...
Why wouldn't he be in the mood for talking?
Young jaybird. One of our marrows. Got scrushed the other day. He
Oh,
hadn't
boy.
even had a full week on the graft, poor lad. It happened the day before the feast of St. Petronilla. You'll find Paul at the lowest level by the roof fall. He's praying for the salvation of his soul. You'll hear the wind howling in the adit down there. It can be heard as far as that cursed road. I hear it's haunted. Don't fret, but St. Barbara look out for you. It was good to see you,
Alright.
friend.
Yeah, same here. Okay. So he's not in the mine then? Or is he in a special part of the mine? No? Mm-hmm. This way? Jeez, I hope we can find our way back. Okay, we're still clean. Ah, there it is. Paul? Pavel?
Are you Foreman Paul?
Hey! You walk like a ghost, kidder. You gave me a bit of a fright there. Hold on. I don't know ye. Who are you? And what are you doing so deep in the pit?
My name's Henry. Sir Christian sent me. I'm a student at the university in Prague.
Yeah.
And I'm writing a thesis on the life and lot of miners. I hate to interrupt your prayers for a dead friend, but I need to ask you something.
He weren't just me marrow. He were my blood.
Oh.
I raised him from a nipper since my sister died. He kept begging me to take him on a shift, saying he was strong as a horse. Wouldn't it take no like. And now, how can he forgive myself?
Yeah, it wasn't your fault, man.
Come on, it wasn't your fault. Accidents happen. It's God's will.
I suppose you're right.
Yeah.
Will you pray with me for his soul one last time?
Yeah, sure, no prob.
Aye. I'll pray with you.
You're a canny lad. Repeat after me. Almighty and merciful God, our Father, you are the giver of gold, silver, bronze, copper, tin,
Almighty and
iron,
merciful God,
and
our
all ores
Father,
and metals.
you are the giver
I ask
of
that you
gold,
bless me brother who
silver,
has died in this
bronze,
mine.
copper,
And may
tin,
the holy angels save
iron,
his soul from
and all
damnation.
ores and
Bring
metals.
his soul to
I ask that
eternal
you
glory
bless my
through
brother,
our Lord,
who has
our
died in
Saviour
this
and
mine.
Redeemer, Jesus
May your
Christ.
holy angels save
Amen.
his soul from
The angel of the
damnation.
Lord declared
Bring
unto
his
Mary,
soul to
and
eternal
she
glory
conceived the Holy
through our
Spirit.
Lord,
Hail
our
Mary.
Saviour and Redeemer,
Mary said,
Jesus
Behold,
Christ.
I am the handmaid of
Amen.
the Lord. Be it done unto me according to thy word. Hail Mary. And the word was made flesh and dwelt among us. Hail Mary. Pray for us, O Holy Mother of God, that we may be made worthy of the promises of Christ. Pour forth, we beseech thee, O Lord, thy grace into our hearts, that we, to whom the incarnation of Christ, thy Son, was made known by the message of an angel, and by...
Okay, yep.
You going to answer me now?
Aye. Thanks for praying with me. Ask about out.
What is the work of a miner about?
What
Yeah.
it's about? It's about hewing the face and hauling the ore to the bank in coves. Over and over again. Proper graft, that. Can be real dodgy, mind. Might even do you in.
Are deaths in the mine common?
Aye. But every death in the shaft is a waste. Whether it's in a crumple or black damp. Unfortunately, we still bury a yakker or two a month, you know. That's life, like.
How is the ore mined?
First, we have to survey the shaft and find ore. Then the place gets scored and set ablaze. We set up timber around. The hewers take their tools and start dinging rock and hewing ore. Nothing to it.
How much do you make doing this?
Depends on how much we hawk. How hard the rock is, how much ore's in it. It's not really worth it, though. Half a grosh and a corf isn't much of a fight.
So how many corvs did you mine, say, on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
That weren't a good day. Nobody was in the mood for ganning on after what happened to Jaybird. But even so, we managed to hawk 30 corvs.
That's all I need to know.
Okay. Okay, dokey. So, what's next? There were I got everything I could from the miners. I should report back to Christian. Well then, let's switch back to our durable gear, because those shoes are not really durable and I don't want to repair them all the time. Yes, thank you. Torch, very helpful. So this is yeah, this is a dead end. Okay, okay. Oh, we can get out here. That's nice. Because I don't know, I don't remember the way back. The way we came. Okay. Yeah, we can hear the wind howling. Wind is howling. Oh, I remember you. Standing in the middle of the way, almost taking our head off with that pickaxe of yours. And I believe this way? Yeah, this way, I think. Ah, the light. Daylight. Thank you. Okay, bum 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 ba dum ba dum bum. Fellas.
Good day to you. Greetings to you, friend.
And to you guys. little bit of a delay there, apparently. Okay, got a blacksmith here. Very nice, very nice. Oh, look who it is.
I already know how many corvs the crews extracted on the Feast of St. Petronilla. It was 100 altogether.
I see. Meanwhile, I looked in the mine book. How many do you think it says there?
I don't know.
The
Same amount?
Then everything would be as it should be. But it's not. The book lists 90 corvs extracted.
Wow,
That
okay.
means 10 corvs of ore disappear each day. But nobody could just come along and take
That
them.
early?
We keep a close watch on everything.
In the chain.
The unreported corvs must be going out to smelting works with the rest of the ore.
Yeah.
That means
What does it mean?
that this is fraud of colossal proportions, and that Foreman Fett and Herman the ore merchant are in it up to their ears.
Should I go to them and accuse them?
Well, accuse. We want to hear everything they know. That means you need to talk to them. But be very careful. Being involved in the theft of silver is a capital crime, so it should be in their own interest to cooperate. Make sure to promise them no one will know about their crime. You can mention my name. When you've talked to them, come back to me and we'll figure out what to do next.
Okay. Get Fett to cooperate, get Herman to cooperate. Well, where do we find Boba? Up? How do we get up? then. Oh, just use the stairs, Chris. Just use those stairs. Ha! Merchant or Merchant Herman. Herman and Herman. Lockpick.
I'm sorry.
As you should be, Christian. How dare you? Just looking around for, I don't know, some incriminating paper work. Oh, what's this? Los Regale Montanorum Part 2. Maybe later. Herman.
We need to talk, Herman.
And
Yeah.
who might you be?
Henry. But that's not important. Sir Christian sent me. We found some discrepancies in the mine book.
Discrepancies?
How do you explain that the miners extracted 100 cores of ore on the Feast of St. Petronilla, but the book only says 90?
If it says 90, there must have been 90. The book
Yeah.
does not lie.
How about you try again, buddy?
Or someone is writing down false numbers and hiding 10 cores.
I do not write anything in the book myself. Foreman Fett counts the corves here. Go and talk to him instead.
Don't tell me you don't count them too. You wouldn't pay for more cores than there really were.
Do you have
Exactly.
any idea how much ore passes through my hands? How am I supposed to remember how many there were ausgerechnet on the Fest of St. Petronilla? Besides, miners can lie and say they extracted more than they did. They like to show off.
All 3 crews agreed to report more. I seriously doubt that.
Yeah, your story doesn't add up, buddy. But we have better stats with Don't Be Afraid to Tell the Truth. So let's try that.
You don't have to be afraid to tell the truth. Me and Sir Christian agreed to settle the matter quietly. We're not going to punish anyone.
I am innocent.
But
It was Fett's idea. He came to me saying we were going to deliver more corves to the smelters than we would report, and I would get paid for it. It was going well. I have always paid for what we put in the book. Then I got some geld from Fett on the side. On the Feast of St. Petronilla, I was afraid they would be able to tell the difference. 10 corves is 10 corves after all. Nobody at the smelting works cared at all. I am sure they are in on it too.
and
How long has this been going on?
Several months, maybe half a year. About since Sigismund arrived.
Is Ulrich Vavak behind this?
The Mint Master? I have no idea. I am a mere assayer. I have never even met Vavak.
yeah,
So Christian and I agreed to
Right.
investigate the matter in secret. So just act like nothing's going on. Keep doing what you're doing. We don't want to scare off the people who are actually responsible. Understand?
Yeah, I understand. I will be as silent as the grave.
yeah, you be sure to be that. To be as silent as the grave, otherwise you'll find yourself in one. Sorry, Matt, you were right in front of us. Didn't see you there. Bomb. Okay. Let's go see Boba.
Excuse me.
Good day to you.
And to you. And... Nope. Samko. Where is... Are you? Yes. Yes, indeed. Well, sorry to disturb you during your meal.
A word, Foreman.
Who are you? And what do you want?
I'm Henry. But that's not important. Sir Christian sent me.
Don't tell me
bugger.
one of the yakkers shat all over the outhouse in the yard again.
I'm afraid it's a little worse than that. We found some discrepancies in the mine book.
Let Sir Christian handle it then. They're his books, and his responsibility too.
Oh, he's handling it. He's handling it right now in form of us. It's your fraud. Stealing silver is punishable by death.
You're the one counting the corves of ore.
Your point being?
I learned that the miners extracted no less than 100 corves on the Feast of St. Petronilla, but the mine book says 90.
Do you think the yakkers know how to count? They're blockheads, and they like to show off. I'm sure they just exaggerated. Anyway, what's it to you? Did the steward send you to snoop around? Don't you know? I work for Vavek, the mint master himself. I'm under his protection.
Aye, there's no point in denying it. Herman told me everything.
Bloody snitch.
Yeah. Tell you what, now you're under our
You have
protection.
nothing to fear. You're under my protection, and nothing will happen to you. I'll deal with anyone who wants to harm you. Believe me.
Wait, I'll tell you what I know. As soon as I was made head gaffer, Amara, who works at the smelting works in Grund, came to me. He said someone wanted to talk to me. One of them. So I met this fella in the tavern in Grund, and he told me how it all works. How to cook the books like. He told me the trick was not to report some of the extracted ore, and transport it secretly to the smelters, along with the rest. He made it very clear, if I didn't play along, I could have an accident. There was nothing I could do.
Yeah, who was that fella?
Who was that fella from the smelter who came to you?
He never told me his name, even when I asked. He's a tall bloke, stocky, pockmarked. I don't scare easy, but this bloke was terrifying.
Tall, stocky, pockmarked. Oh, okay.
How long has this been going on?
For some time now, definitely. I heard even former head gaffer Kircher was in on it too.
Where can I find him?
You can't ask Kircher any questions. He fell down a shaft. They say he was drunk. But I don't think it was an accident.
Who
Yeah, it
pays you on
doesn't
the
sound
side?
like an accident.
You have to pay the miners for what they actually extracted.
I get the extra chink from the smelting works. It's enough for the yakkers and for Herman.
Do you think the mint master, Ulrich Vavak, is behind this?
I don't know. I've got naught bad to say about Vavak. He treats me canny whenever he shows up. He says if Christian gives us hassle, he'd sooner replace him than me. He really said that. The mint master himself.
All right. Just carry on as if nothing's happened.
Yeah.
No one must find out we know about the fraud. Christian won't give you any trouble, nor will anyone else. Is that clear?
Clear as a bell, Mara. I'll be silent as the grave.
Okay. Yeah, well then, let's talk to Christian. Up there, eh? Yeah.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
You came out of the door, girl, so it should have been your responsibility to make sure that no one is, you know, walking by.
I talked to Fett and Herman.
And? Did they confess?
They did. I mean, I made them. It's just as we thought. The trail leads to the smelting works.
Did you tell them to keep quiet and act as if nothing's happening?
I did.
Yeah.
Let's see what we've got so far. Those 10 unreported corves leave for the smelting works from here. If silver's going missing, that's where it must be happening. You'll have to go and look around, and talk to the owner, Buresh. I reckon that'll be tricky, though.
How so?
Buresh is a very cautious and clever man. I reckon he won't be happy to have someone snooping around his property. But he's the only one who can give you permission to walk round the smelting works without the guards bothering you.
Something like your letter of safe conduct. How can I persuade him to give me one?
Like I said, it won't be easy. Nevertheless, I found a way you could gain his trust, at least a little. You'll pretend to be a nobleman interested in buying some smelting works, who'd like to get a closer look at his operation.
A nobleman this time, then.
But be careful. Buresh won't be as easily fooled as the simple pitman here. You'll have to dress like a real nobleman. That means no plate armor, or, God forbid, bloody rags. But listen, don't carry a weapon. Buresh has a morbid fear of someone threatening him. That's why he has a bodyguard with him at all times. You must come to him dressed to the nines and act impeccably, so as not to arouse the slightest suspicion. In short, be charismatic. As charismatic as you can manage.
Alright, we can do that.
What should I wear?
Like I said, some decent clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
I reckon you can imagine what those look like. If you don't have anything of the sort, visit a tailor in town. I'm sure he can sell you something nice. If you're charismatic enough, Buresh is sure to believe your intentions are good. And make sure you wash up before you go. You can't go and see him looking like some dung-soiled...
Okay.
What else should I know about the smelting works before I go?
In the smelting works, ore from the mines is crushed, ground, and then smelted. They extract silver along with all sorts of other materials from it. Then they give part of the silver to the king for the minting of groschen, and sell off the rest, along with the other materials, to craftsmen.
Okay. So...
What should I know about this Buresh before I talk to him?
He's the slyest fox of them all. He comes from somewhere in Moravia, and he moved to Kuttenberg a few years ago. He started to prosper soon after, and not even Sigismund's arrival stopped him. He quickly joined his side. Now he's doing better and better. But whether that means he's involved in something shady, who knows?
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
I got it. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I've written you a letter of introduction to take with you and give to Buresh. I reckon he won't be thrilled. But he won't turn you down. Ask him discreetly, in passing, how many corves he took from our mines on the Feast of St. Petronilla. If my guess is correct, it should be 90. It still doesn't prove anything, but at least it'll give us a clue. You could get something out of the workers. One of them is bound to know something. When you're in the smelting works, keep your eyes peeled. I'm sure something is going on there. Good luck, Henry.
Okay. So... look around the smelter, talk to Buresh. Oh, in Grund. Okay, yeah, cool. We can do that. Talk to Buresh. Oh, he's right now in the tavern. Okay, which way is out? Oh, we're still in your office, so this way is out. Okay, cool. Pips, come on. We got a job to do. Let's get going to run. Nope, this way. Can we go through here without trespassing? Nope, we can't. Let's not trespass. We don't want to cause any trouble. Alright, Peps, how about we park you here with your fellow horsies? Be a good girl. Be nice to the other ones, okay? Alright. Yeah, so, guys, tell you what, let's take a break here. And when we come back, we will look around the smelters. We will also talk to Buresh. And we will get to the bottom of this in the next episode. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if so, I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, bye.